The wait is over. Dive into Audible's most anticipated collection, The Best of 2025, featuring top audiobooks, podcasts, and originals across all genres. Our editors have carefully curated this year's must-listens, from brilliant hidden gems to the buzziest new releases. Every title in this collection has earned its spot. This is your go-to for the absolute best in 2025 audio entertainment. Whether you love thrillers, romance, or nonfiction, your next favorite listen awaits. Discover why there's more to imagine when you listen at audible.com/bestoftheyear.
The Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Which game are you most looking forward to watching this weekend in the college football playoff?
I think it's A&M Miami, and
just because
not really close for me, actually.
Really? No, I mean, not even close to like Alabama, Oklahoma, not doing it for you.
Well, I've seen that before.
It feels like your kind of game, though.
No, it is. But I've seen that before, and I can't watch Alabama try to run the football again. It's painful,
especially against that defense, right?
Yeah. That game, I don't know. That game to me just doesn't have the juice. I guess because it's a rematch. I guess because both teams, certainly Alabama, they're limping into the playoffs. I mean, you know the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Leo's just trying to get to his car?
Yeah.
Like, that's what they're doing right now into this playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't have the excitement for that one. But for Miami, Texas A&M, they kind of like –
it was like a little bit more athletic. Like,
well, no, yeah, I mean, yes.
There's going to be some more points scored in this one.
But also they had this common thing with Notre Dame, and that being like a big win for them. Like Miami kept Notre Dame out. A&M beat Notre Dame up there, had a fourth down play, went their way, and Notre Dame fans still mad about a missed call, but they won the game. And so, I don't know, that one to me has got a lot of
Notre
juice.
Dame fans are mad?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So, do I want JMU and Oregon to be good? Yeah, I want it to be good. I think Tulane Ole Miss is going to be the better game of those two. So, I don't know that we're going to get any game outside of Miami and A&M that's going to be like efficient, well played, good on both sides, plays on both sides, a 4-quarter game.
Yeah, that's the answer. I think that, like you say, Alabama's limping into this game. Is it just because they haven't been playing well, executing very well, or like if they got bit by the injury bug?
No, because they haven't played well.
Right.
I mean, they hadn't played well in a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even going back to the LSU game, they didn't play well in that game. They won.
Yeah. Right.
They didn't play well.
I still think that game could be – I still think that game's going to be a really good game. Y'all know I've been high on Alabama for most of the year. Certainly not the back half of it. Ty Simpson, I think, is going to be I think he translates to the next level really well. You said he was kind of like Leo in the Wolf of Wall Street, crawling to his car.
Yeah, more the team was.
I kind of think that their team's a little bit more like that scene from – you remember the movie Beer Fest?
I certainly do.
When they're sitting there and they're drinking a lot and they're really drunk, and then all of a sudden they flip the switch and they're like, we're not that drunk. We're not that drunk. We're not that drunk. I think that's going to be Alabama. I think they're going to play well. I mean, Oklahoma's offense, it's just been like, boring. So boring.
Yeah, well,
even with this.
Their hope is that Mateer's thumb is as healthy as it's been. Because at the beginning of the season, they weren't. Were they the best offense? No. But anytime you have surgery on your throwing hand, on your throwing thumb, like you can't expect to be the same guy. Now he's had, he'll have 3 weeks off since their last game against LSU. So,
yep.
That's their hope.
I think it'll be a good game. Things. I might choose Bama to win that one, actually.
God, why don't you just say Roll Tide while you're at it?
Why don't you say Boomer?
I have no problem. Boomer Sooner. That's what they do in the stadium.
Oh yeah. But no, the Miami Texas A&M game I'm looking forward to. Of course, like A&M at one point in the season looked like they could be the best team in the country. Who knows? And then not as great towards the very end,
right?
And then certainly Miami had the same thing. First half of the season, they were like,
Miami was in the middle. Like that's where their lull came. It was in the middle of the season. You had a loss to Louisville. You had a loss to SMU. They've played better as of late. And hey, look, A&M still only lost one game. I mean, they lost to a rival and a good team in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So for Miami, their last 4 games, now they haven't played anybody, but they got back on track. 38-10 against Syracuse, 41-7 against NC State, 34-17 against Virginia Tech, and then 38-7 against Pitt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miami's talented. They're both like a really talented team that have looked really good at points and then had some off weeks, but I think that's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a good game. Carson Beck, he habitually has the sniffles, so he's always breathing out of his mouth. Then I'll look at the Ole Miss Tulane game. How can Ole Miss avoid the distractions, block out the bad, all the noise, all the things? Are they going to find motivation in what's happened?
Right.
Or are they going to be split? How do they focus on that? Then, of course, Tulane, they've had a coach depart, but have done it the complete opposite way. I mean, you got John Sumrall coaching. You got John Sumrall going in front on a microphone and saying he's donating $100,000 to the NIL program at Tulane, which is a phenomenal gesture, right? Because he said, I want to end on good terms. I want Tulane to continue to be good and to prop them up. I want to come back here 20 years later and celebrate with this championship team on good terms.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't see – I hope that kind of like starts a trend for coaches leaving. I think that's a really cool thing. I really enjoyed reading that article and seeing his words on that. But they have like the opposite. Of course, they got beat by 5 scores or whatever it was last time they played in Ole Miss. But Bobby brought this game up at least from the Vegas side of things. I guess they're plus 17 might be one to eyeball.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
The
for
lines
one of those
kind of
games.
moved. The lines moved a little bit. It was 16. It got up to 18.5. I think now it's 17.5.
It'd be really good. It'd be great to see one of those games, the JMU or the Tulane game, be competitive.
Yeah.
It'd be great if they were both. I doubt they will be, but at least one of them be competitive. I think it'll be good for college football if one of those games is competitive.
Yeah.
Like if it comes down to it. Like I know everybody, wants the best teams in the playoffs. I get it, but I also think I like people being rewarded for hitting a certain metric.
Yeah.
I think and I would like that to continue in some form or fashion of like you hit a metric, you're in.
Right.
Hit a metric, you're in. Not just the best 12 versus the eyeball test. Now I think there can be a portion of that, but I like the thought of there's a goal that everybody in the country has. We meet that goal, we get rewarded with a playoff spot. I like that. So I need one of those games to be competitive so everybody else can agree with that because I don't think everybody really does. But I think it's good for college football if one of those games is competitive.
All right. So as we look at it, and we've talked about this before, but just a reminder, because I want to ask a follow-up question afterwards. JMU's head coach is now the UCLA head coach. Oregon's offensive coordinator is the Kentucky head coach. Oregon's defensive coordinator is the Cal coach. Tulane's head coach is the Florida coach. Ole Miss has a brand new coach in Pete Golding, who was their defensive coordinator. Their entire offensive
coordinator is also the offensive coordinator.
Their entire offensive staff is now the offensive staff at LSU. Ohio State's offensive coordinator is now South Florida's head coach. Everybody go with that? Everybody go with
we following?
Connecting the dots there. So, Georgia is in place. Texas Tech is in place. Alabama, Oklahoma, those teams, Miami. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Texas A&M, their offensive coordinator is Kansas State's head coach. So do those teams that don't have that situation, Is that a big benefit? Is it a small benefit? Doesn't matter, because those coaches are truly worried about one thing. Texas Tech coaches, they're worried about the Red Raiders. IU, they're worried about the Hoosiers. Georgia, they're worried about the Bulldogs. Miami, they're worried about the Canes. Like these other teams, and I'm not even saying like you're doing it on purpose. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can only do so much. Like Brian Hartline at Ohio State, I guarantee you he's in Tampa, Florida right now as the South Florida head coach. He's not in Columbus as the Buckeyes offensive coordinator. And I get it. That's his team now. Like that's his job. That's what he is moving forward. It's a situation that we've seen in the past, sure, but not to this level, not to this many teams, and certainly not to this many that still have a chance to win a national championship.
Well, it has to be an advantage, right?
I think it has to be.
For like Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia. Those guys, it has to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, their coordinators are there. They're locked in.
Now,
that's what they are moving forward.
Now, is it quite as big an advantage as it once was? Probably not, because it's a little bit more commonplace now. You have... Yeah. You probably, on all of these teams, whether even on Texas Tech and Indiana, you have guys that already know on the team that are probably starters that know that they're not going to be there next year because they're going to enter the portal to try to get better payday. So the mindset is so much different. Like, it's hard for us to put ourselves in their shoes right now. But I just, from a coaching standpoint and attention to detail standpoint on the game plan, just like you said, there's only 24 hours in a day. Well, and you had, was it Summerall that said like 12 hours I'm a Florida head coach and 12, or was it somebody else?
So that was actually Dan Mullen. Whenever he was the Florida offense coordinator, he said from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I am the Florida offense coordinator. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I'm the Mississippi State head coach.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's probably kind of the mindset that a lot of these guys have. Like, I can do both and I can do both well. And it's not their fault, right? It's not these coaches' fault.
Right.
It's the whole system. It's the whole, we've talked about, like college football, you're drunk, you're dumb, you've done so many crazy things. Like, so it's not these coaches' fault. They're working with what they have to work with. But it's going to lead to some advantages for these other teams that do have coaches that aren't taking these jobs. They have 24 hours to focus on Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They got 24 hours to focus on Indiana, Georgia. So it had just the way I look at it, there has to be a huge advantage. Okay, huge is not the word. There has to be at least huge, at least a sizable advantage.
I think so.
Now, does it play it on the field? You don't know. The players play the game, but from a game plan, attention to details standpoint, the amount of film you can watch on an opponent, especially when it's crunch time, especially when you get to, you got Texas Tech, you got Indiana, Georgia, all going to have 1 week to prepare.
Right.
And as you keep going down the playoffs, you got 1 week to prepare. If you're dedicated half your time to another team for recruiting purposes, that's less film you get to study.
Yeah.
Right? That's less time you get to spend. Now, you got a lot of coaches under you. You got a lot of, what do they call, analysts or whatever it is that are breaking down a lot of film. I get it. But those people in charge, they like to have that cowboy remote in their hand, pushing that rewind button, pushing that pause button.
All right, we will take a break. Still got a lot of playoff talk to get
Look at
into.
Us, dude, right on time.
It's not that big of a deal. First time today. All right, we'll take that break. More OTB when we come back live from the Raising Cane studio.
It played. My keys aren't working again. So.
Well, the keys might not work, but your toilet is always going to work when you work with Central Plumbing. Not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. 225-925-8552 is the number. That's 24/7 weekend, holiday, game day number. Doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter the situation, they will always be there. You can find out all that information. Check out how they can change your space with a remodel as well at centralplumbing.org.
I know it's hard to remember phone numbers when we talk about them like this, but this is one number you do need to remember, 225-925-8552, because 24/7 emergency service. So anytime something happens at your house, at your place of work, whatever it is, you're hosting a Christmas party, all of a sudden you go to flush the toilet and hear clunk. Well, they can come help you. They can fix it right there 24/7, 365. And even if it's not an emergency, Central Plumbing, they are the experts. They are always prompt. They're always courteous, and they do a fantastic job with any plumbing need that you have. So go check them out. Give them a call if you got an emergency. centralplumbing.org.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. I remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. Rouse's.com is the website. Find that location that is nearest you. Check out those weekly ads that they have for you. Check out all the specials they have going on. They are your go-to one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. If you're hosting, you got to get the meal. You got to get the main entree. You got to get the sides. They got the sides ready to go as well. One of the cool things there over at Rouse's. Obviously, pick up all your drinks there. You pick up your My High at Rouse's as well. So they have complete holiday meals ready for you to win the Christmas party. Go to Rouse's and Rouse's.com.
It's a good song, Alondra. This is really bringing the juice for me right now.
The last time you heard this song?
It's been a while.
Alondra's catalog is about as big as you'll see.
Yeah.
It's like all I do is just listen to music all day.
Yeah.
She's
it's as big as all music because she plays everything.
That's true. We do have different themes and different days.
I even listen to like all types of genres of like Spanish music. So.
Oh, I like that.
Least favorite music.
Like of everything.
I mean, of the main ones,
From the 20s.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. What is that? Devil music.
Like we mentioned this the other day, but like pop in like 2016 was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, like the poppy country trend.
The poppy country trend I hate, like Florida
whatever.
Georgia Line, Jason Aldean. Well, I don't hate Jason Aldean, but like Florida Georgia Line, not a fan. Like the Scotty McCreery's of the world, I don't love.
Scotty McCreery. I hadn't heard that name.
Gross.
But yeah,
Wow.
Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
Nah, I kind of like Sam Hunt. Guilty pleasure.
Walker Hayes.
Don't know who that is. Don't know that fella.
Yeah,
Rapping now's terrible.
Yeah,
Rap
the
now.
mumble rap's
the
pretty
mumble
bad.
rap.
Like current
Yeah.
rap music's
Mumble
awful.
rap's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Mine's the pretty is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know mine. Mine's disco. Hate it.
Yeah, but at least you separated it out because at one point it was just you jumbled all of 70s music into disco music and you just had 70s music. So I'm glad that you've kind of little awareness from your little self-reflection and you actually kind of honed it down to disco music. And I think we can all understand that. I think like me personally, I can accept and respect a certain amount of disco music. But I get it. There's not a lot once it kind of starts to sound the same, but it was a little blasphemous that you were saying 70s music in general.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I say 70s, it was disco, was taken astray.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like disco.
I mean,
Like I like the Bee Gees.
I like it. I mean, it's got its
I know
place.
I'm in the minority here.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the minority. Like Saturday Night
Well,
Fever.
Donna Summer.
I'm out.
Samadana.
I'm out.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's an SNL.
And I didn't hate the funk either, but it just like I started running out.
I mean,
That's
Funky
like
Friday
probably,
was pretty great.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
But I was running out of funk songs.
You
I told
dropped
you I went down a rabbit
on
hole.
me.
Yeah,
we
I
play
like
so
that
much
one.
George Clinton, and then you kind of run out.
Yep.
I do like that one.
Slam dunk the funk though.
Slam down the funk. Yeah, it stood the test
Good
of
one.
time.
But I don't know if that's funk.
Yeah, it just says the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more like boy band.
Oh wait, no. I actually the answer of the my least favorite music is computer music, like the EDM. EDM, not a fan of.
It's got its place too.
No, I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't really like that either, actually.
That's the
Computer
answer. That's my
music.
final answer. Yeah, they're literally playing music out of a computer.
Like,
gonna have to give you an
the
example
club,
of
like
that.
a club music,
Yeah.
where there's a drop and then they blow the smoke out.
Oh,
I got you.
okay.
I hear you.
You get me?
I got you. Because I go through these little phases while I listen to that.
Yeah.
Quite
Most of them don't
often.
even have words. They're just like the weird beats.
Or they
Yeah,
have
no,
one word that they turn into.
like
Right.
like Diplo, something
yeah,
like that.
not a fan.
I hate generic rock music.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what is...
Like Imagine Dragons?
Well, yeah, that. I mean, but like,
No, they're good.
okay, like AFR's music has coming in because they don't want to get the license.
It's just
music.
generic, like,
yeah.
okay,
Like generic
Yeah,
rock.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whew, that's tough. That's a tough listen.
Mm-hmm.
That
It is.
Yeah, we don't really care about that copyright stuff.
no.
You get copyrighted every day.
Every single day. Hey, why's the show here? They really enjoy their bump music.
We let that music breathe a little bit. Why don't we just get the rights to it?
That might cost a couple dollars.
Don't we have like other radio stations here?
We do.
They got rights to it.
Do
right?
we get to play like a catalog, like of if we wanted to go Eagle and if we wanted to go Tiger? Like, do we have the ability to do that or no?
What do you mean?
I think so.
Because our show,
I would just
like,
have to
we get dinged all the time for copyright
Yeah.
issues because we like to play
Oh, you
music.
mean like if the songs that they play on their station?
Yeah, since we're all the same
No,
company.
See,
I don't
why
think
not?
we have
Or it
the
has to be
same.
each
I think
actual
so. I think
station.
each station has like
Well, that's dumb.
yeah, because you have to buy the
Yeah.
record,
Right.
quote unquote.
Right.
All
I
right.
mean, I
They
guess
don't
it
do
makes
actual
sense though
records
because
anymore,
we're able to
but-
play it on air.
Yeah.
But I guess the reposting of it.
Yeah,
I guess like a normal like Eagle's not probably reposting their 2 to 4 hour.
no, they're
yeah,
not.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Daniel asked, isn't Alondra technically playing music out of a computer? No, I sing all these songs live every rejoin.
Absolutely.
We kind of rotate. I did the last one. She's next.
She's like an old school DJ. She has like the cassettes back there and popping them in.
You didn't say the one that you hated the most. She went computer. I went disco. You went with what?
I mean, I'm kind of the
No, I-
EDM style
I
too.
kind of mentioned it. The country music from like a
Yeah.
decade ago. It was just
Yeah.
off. I like.
It was awful.
I mean,
mid 2010s.
I consider myself a country music guy, but like when that happened, and I stopped listening to it completely.
bad.
And I've barely dipped my toes back into it until
Kane
recently.
Brown, terrible.
It's because pop and country all kind of merged into one. Like every song kind of sounded the same.
Right. Oh, it did. It was awful. I mean, it was all stemmed from the success probably that Florida Georgia line had.
Yeah.
To your point. So,
It's still pretty
but
bad.
it's like I enjoy Morgan Wallen and I enjoy that.
So Morgan Wallen has his place for sure. Like I love some Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. No, it's so much better now than it was. Like
Yeah.
it's not even comparison,
Yeah.
in my opinion, at least.
I've been to 3 Morgan Wallen concerts.
I went to one and it was like
Yeah.
the best.
We went to one in Mobile. It was at the fairgrounds, and it was kind of cold outside, so it was perfect.
Yeah.
So I went to one, but he was actually the opener. It actually wound up being really good. So it was right before COVID. When saw Jason Aldean in Lafayette, Riley Green, and Morgan Wallen open for him. So it was actually really good.
All right. Shout out to Riley Green.
Who was the main artist you said?
It was Jason Aldean, but Morgan Wallen and Riley Green, they were just kind of coming up at the time. So I mean, I got to see
Aldean.
all 3 of them.
Oh,
All right.
you know who saved country music to me was Stapleton.
Oh yeah.
He saved it at a time when it was
And Cody
real
Johnson.
crap. All country music was real crap.
Yeah.
And then Stapleton saved it.
Yeah.
And people were like, all right, I'll come back. You're reeling me
Stapleton,
back in a little bit.
Kojo.
And then, of course, he had the success, so other people tried to like follow suit with
Yeah.
the type of music he was making.
Yeah.
Now they can't replicate that completely, but yeah, that kind of saved it for me, at least.
A current GOAT for sure.
That guy's good.
Yeah.
That guy's really good. All right. Well,
I do have a when we come back
Yeah.
from break, I do want to talk a little bit about the Texas Bowl.
okay.
LSU, the mentality of everything with when you just look at it from a 1,000-foot view and you're like, wow, Frank Wilson, current coach for Ole Miss, is leading the LSU Tigers with the actual head coach still in his office. I want to kind of talk about that whole how do we feel about like
Is that
all
weird?
Is
that
this
weird?
Like it's a really weird incestual like thing happening right now. So kind of want to just like dive in and get people's opinions about it.
All right, we'll do that when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Remember, during the holiday season, your trash pickup days are going to be different. And if you work with the big companies, we all kind of know what the deal is. You just, hey, sorry, you missed that day. Certainly, like if you're on a Friday, like, hey, we're not coming on a Saturday. Sorry, you're out of luck. And that's when you have the most trash. During the holidays, you got gifts, you got presents, you got all the wrapping paper, you got the cardboard boxes. Well, with Trash Rangers, if your normal pickup day is on Thursday, they're going to move it to Friday. If it's Friday, they're going to move it to Saturday. That's right. They are going to work on the weekend over at Trash Rangers. It's just what they do. It's who they are. Residential, commercial, trashrangers.com.
And that is exactly why they are the best over there at Trash Rangers. The most dedicated, the most loyal, the best trash pickup service in Louisiana, because they know just because it's a holiday, trash doesn't stop. Even in fact, you start making more trash. So they're going to make sure everybody is taken care of, residential, commercial. Go check them out. If you're not using them right now, go get that big red trash can, trashrangers.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio on this Thursday morning. Before we talk about the Texas Bowl, I want to talk about Supreme Rice. Go to the website today. That's supremerice.com. Right there, you can find all the information, all the different rices to choose from. Because you might have a different one, right? Medium grain, long grain, jasmine, brown. They do it all. And it's right there on the homepage of the website. You can check out recipes that you can use with the Supreme Rice, where you can find it, all your AG local stores there. Obviously, you can find it at Rouse's. You can order it online at supremerice.com. And as we know, gumbo, jambalaya, etouffee. If you're doing it, you want to do it with the best, and the very best, the absolute best is Supreme Rice. And obviously, it is Louisiana through and through. You go to Crowley, Louisiana, and Supreme Rice is everywhere. It's like an old school feeling, right, of it being in the middle of this small town and supporting this small town. And it's a really cool deal to go and check it out. And they are always going to be Louisiana first. Go to supremerice.com. All right, Matthew.
What's up, bud?
Thew, you wanted to talk about the Texas Bowl here, sir.
I do. And what is it? Well, we're getting not necessarily a week out from it, but we're getting fairly close. I guess we're a week out from Christmas today. 7 days. Can't believe it. No, I wanted to talk about
That's how calendars work.
how strange, I guess, the feel. And LSU isn't like unique in the situation. I think a lot of people are kind of going through this, but we might be unique in the situation of the coach that is coaching, the interim coach for the LSU Tigers, who has been the interim coach, of course, Frank Wilson. I think we all know and respect Frank Wilson and the passion that he has for LSU. But, of course, careers go on, right? When stuff happens, change happens. If you weren't invited back, maybe you were. I don't know. But careers go on. So Frank, of course, as we talked about a couple days ago, takes the job up there at Ole Miss.
Yep.
But he is still here. So currently Ole Miss has a bunch of current LSU coaches.
Yeah.
LSU has a bunch of current Ole Miss coaches.
Yeah.
And it's just a really strange situation. And I'm not in that building, so I don't know the vibe. I don't know the awkwardness level. Because let's be honest with you, this is a human situation. We've all been in a place of work where there's workplace stressors. There's relationship workplaces that are different. There's awkward when someone comes in, is interviewing for your job. That's a weird thing. And these humans, even though it's part of the job, it's part of the gig, it's part of being a coach at any level. It's a temporary deal. Always. It's not There's no coach that goes into a job thing as this is for life. Now you can hope as a head coach, you can hope. As an assistant coach, you're going to be there for a little while, then have to take something else, right? But there's a lot of people out there that probably are up in the air on what they're going to do. They don't really know. Strength coaches, assistant coaches that are currently, let's take like the offensive staff. Let's take Brad Davis. Let's take Hank Dent. Let's take all these guys that have been coaching all year. Now they have people that are replacing them.
Right.
Are they working out of the same office they've been working out of all year? Or are they on a crawfish table in the break room? Like, I don't know. Like, my curiosity is like, what is happening over there? How do you operate in a workplace? And it's all kind of awkward. And we've talked about the Ole Miss swapping with LSU and like the hirings between these two schools of each other's coaches or former coaches. And it's just all a little bit incestual. But it's just kind of just weird, right? That the coach that's going to be leading the Tigers for this team, and we say leading, he's going to be the titled head coach with the real head coach probably in his office watching it. I don't know. Is Lane going to be at the game? Is he going to be on the sidelines? Is he going to give him a pep talk? Like, what is that whole situation going to be like? But the current guy that's going to be the head coach and in charge of timeouts and game management and clock management and personnel changes and shifts is, also just signed a contract with Ole Miss to be a coach. I think it's just all a bit strange. So I just kind of wanted to go around the room and get everybody's feeling on how it, because I'm sure it kind of reflects what our listeners are thinking and all LSU fans, because we all have different opinions on this. I would just feel awkward as a coach there right now. Like, who's in charge of what? Do I have the power as an offensive coach for this bowl game to like install this? Do I need to run it by Lane? Do I need to call Charlie, who's in Ole Miss? Do I need to run it by him? Like, what's the power structure in this whole situation? Because there's a game to play. There's going to be a motivated Houston team playing in their home city that wants to knock your block off.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So we got to get a team ready. And all these kids are trying to put good tape on the field as well, because everybody needs good tape, whether you're going to stay here, whether you're going to go somewhere else, whether there's paychecks involved nowadays, there's NFL film involved. And these kids want to finish it out strong, right?
Yep.
But how does that whole power struggle from the coach? It's just intriguing to me looking in, and I hope it all works out. But like, I think we would all understand that it's probably a lot of real awkward conversations and trips to the restroom and trips to the water fountain over there at the coach's office.
Yeah, it has to be an awkward situation, and you're right. I mean, the guy that is leading the charge is now a football coach for Ole Miss, where obviously you just got their head coach from. Your offensive staff is in Oxford, Mississippi, getting them ready for a college football playoff game. Your old general manager, who was their old general manager, is now back there. You've lost other personnel staff to Ole Miss. It is messy. It is very messy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and then you start to hear, it's like, whoa, man, what are those Ole Miss staff members doing, every day over there? Are they trying to get players from Ole Miss to come to Baton Rouge? And then you hear, well, man, what's Frank Wilson going to do? Is he going to try to get players to go to Oxford, Mississippi with him? And yeah, sure, like you have some of this in some places where a guy is coaching a team, even though he's already taken another job. The thing that makes this unique is the fact that you're in the same conference. You play each other every single year. You haven't liked each other for a long time, and you're just like swapping. Every day it's like, oh, this guy from Ole Miss went to Baton Rouge. This guy from Baton Rouge went to Ole Miss. It's like every single day it feels like you're just swapping staffs.
Right.
in like a new location.
Like, take this situation into a normal workplace. Like, if let's pick something. Let's pick up, you work for an insurance company or whatever. Well, you get a new boss in town, and the boss is bringing his guy, and this boss is coming from Mississippi. Yeah, he ran a branch, not quite as big as yours, not as successful as yours, but he's getting an upgrade, and he's bringing his whole team in. But he's asking you to work work your tail off for the next 30 days.
Yeah.
While this other staff members are just sitting there looking at you. Like, yeah, I'll probably do it a little bit different than that. But go ahead. You're in charge right now.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that? You want to do that with the line? Yeah, you're in charge right now. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. Do your thing. You'll be out of here pretty soon. And then I'm also intrigued, like, does the current staff, what is incentivizing them to stay, I guess? Like, are they getting paid through? Are they donating their time because they love the kids? Like, I want to know how all that contractual stuff is working as well.
Right.
Because have they been actually fired? Have they had conversations with Lane? It's just, it's all wild, man. I hope we hear once this transition has been clean, like it's clean and we're past the bowl game. The staff is here in town. Ole Miss is, done with the playoffs and everybody's here and we're focused. I hope some of those details come out about how it kind of was.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. Like, anytime you fire a coach, like, it is awkward. I mean, I remember when the last staff was let go and Brian Kelly was coming in, and you go over there and you're in the hallways and people are just kind of wandering around because they don't really know. They don't really know what the future holds.
Well, they know they're gone.
Most of the time, but not all the time.
Right.
And, like, this one, like, the last time it happened, when they let Coach Mafia go, the new strength staff actually got the team ready for that Texas Bowl. Mm-hmm. So you didn't know that strength staff at all, and they came in and they had to get you ready for a bowl game, and that was the only part of the new regime that was going to be there. So that had some awkwardness to it. Like, I don't even know. I don't know right now.
Is it
what the situation is now? Like, I don't know if Savage is taking over. I don't know if Jake's still. I have no idea. Right, but. You see this all the time, and the fact that, like, there's a coach, and now the thing that was a little bit different, Brian Kelly wasn't here as much. Like, Lane's here. Like, we see it on social media. Like, he is at the stadium. He's in the facility. Like, he's doing things. So I would like to see that dynamic of, like, the coaches that probably aren't going to be here, the offensive staff, obviously, like, you've already hired those replacements. They're just in Oxford, which is, again, another layer to this.
That's the thing, too. It's like these offensive coaches that know they're not going to be here, right?
Yeah.
They know that there's a coach around the corner that's, like, waiting to get into your office. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they had to clean their offices out, are they working out from temporary space? Like,
well, the defensive staff is still in the same offices.
Well,
like,
the defensive staff also is different because they've already
right.
But
that has to be awkward too, because, like, you were with those people,
right?
And, like, you got to stay. You were very much desired.
But just think about this. If you are that offensive staff, if you are Frank, if you are, like, how many extra hours can you expect them to put in?
Zero,
right? Like, maybe it's like their love for the kids is one thing, and I don't want to put that on them because they might be working harder now than they ever have. But look at it from your own perspective. If you were doing a job,
they got to find out what's next for them,
that you had already been fired from, but they asked you to keep working for a month.
Right.
Just in any normal job. Like, how would you react to that? You know what I mean? How would you go about your business?
Right.
And again, I'm not speaking for them because they might be working harder than ever. I'm just saying, just put yourself in a situation at any type of job. Just a weird situation.
Well, they got to figure out what's next for them too. Like, if they've been told,
their agents are making calls,
right, you're
for
not
sure.
coming back, obviously, and it's like,
and that's all that was Cortez Hayden. He interviewed with Ohio State. Yeah,
because Brian Hartline, who coaches the receivers, is now the head coach of South Florida.
Yeah, very good.
Right, so it's one of those awkward deals where you pass in the hallway. It's like,
Hankton's a great guy, by the way.
Oh yeah,
very
for
handsome.
sure. Yeah, it's one of those deals where it's like, man, you walk out, you see the other guy in the hallway, you go back in your office because it's just awkward.
Yeah,
it is for sure. Now it would be even more awkward if those Ole Miss coaches were still here.
Yeah,
and they were in the building.
Yep,
the ones that are now LSU coaches.
Right. Like, if y'all are
the fact that they're actually in Oxford, Mississippi right now does make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. It's like you have to, like, go to the elevator because you got to go down to the floor below you, but, like, you see somebody going in there, so you wait a few seconds so you don't have to share the elevator with them. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet this guy at the break room. I'll see him. I'll wait till he leaves, and then I'll go in there.
It's a great question because, like, I wonder how much Lane is talking with Blake. Because that's what the defense is going to look like. Like, the defense is going to have the same guys. The only one we don't know right now is defensive tackles. Mm-hmm. everything else, like we know it's put into place. And so, like, if you're Lane Kiffin, that's your defensive coordinator, and maybe you're watching practice from outside your window. Like, hey, Blake, love that blitz. Write that down. Circle it. But the offense, like, you have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Just another added layer to it.
Someone brings up a good question in the Before chat here. Like, what do you think the lunchroom looks like? What if they all had to be like forced into like a grade school lunch cafeteria? You got the one group in the one table.
Yeah.
Lane, I don't know, is he by himself?
Probably not.
I don't know. That'd be cool. Taylor, Landra, what do y'all think?
Yeah, sorry.
To me, the defensive staff being in place and the offensive staff not is the weirdest part because, like y'all were talking about, that defensive staff by and large is going to be there next year. They're looking at, hey, which young guys do we think can carve out a role next year? Which guys are making a jump going into the offseason? Can we convince this guy to not enter the transfer portal? Do we need to move on from this guy? Meanwhile, the offensive staff, how much motivation do they have? Like, I think Frank does. Frank is an LSU guy. I think Frank wants to go out on top. He wants to get a win in the bowl game, his last opportunity as head coach here. But everybody else is in 1,000 different places. You have a coach there who is in the building who didn't like you enough to want to keep you around. And, we don't know the conversations, but the fact of the matter is you're not being retained. What does that look like? But then on the other side, again, the defensive staff actually going to be here. Is there a communication gap between Frank and the defensive staff? Because they're focused on, hey, let's get some younger guys in there, see what they look like for next year. Frank and the offensive staff have no reason to care about that. So, to me, that's the weirdest part.
Alondra?
I can tell you after the break.
Look at you. Look at you.
More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench. From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Thursday morning. Let's throw it to Alondra, blank space, Villarreal, and get her thoughts on all the swapping that LSU and Ole Miss.
I forgot I forgot I teased this that I was going to give my opinion on this. No, I actually was not.
Come on. Like me, every segment.
Yeah, I think it's extremely awkward, and I know Taylor I kind of agree with Taylor with like Frank is going to try to get it done because this is LSU or whatever. But as players, how do you put that aside? Like, hey, this coach that's like, I committed to him. He's the interim coach. He's been our head coach for the past, 2 games or whatever it is. He's going to be our coach now. How do you as players put it 4 games?
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember. But like, how, as players, do you put it aside? Oh, he's going to leave us and go to our quote-unquote rival after this. I don't know how I would be able to be like, okay, I'm going to play hard for you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how Frank and Lane, like you said, trips to the bathroom are probably a little uncomfortable because this guy did not want to keep you.
Right.
Like, this guy basically fired you.
Right. Yep.
And you got to walk around, still do your job until the end of the season, which is the bowl game, and just, it has to be awkward for everybody involved. Although I don't feel like Lane cares.
No.
Like, I don't think he can be awkward, but I don't think that he is an awkward person. Like, I don't think he feels awkward in situations. He is, but I don't think he feels it.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the human, personal thing that's probably the awkwardness. Like everybody's dealing with, we're being coached by somebody that's going to somewhere else. We just talked about all the teams that play, like Ole Miss. I mean, their whole offensive staff, they're going to play hard, and they got to know that it's just. But at Ole Miss, like it's solidified who's like in control of everything. Like it's awkward to me because Frank's supposed to be in control of the team for this game,
and you're clearly not.
But then the offensive staff's also has to be in control of this game, but they know that they're out the door.
Yeah,
like you said, it's just a trip to the bathroom. Like
when you put your 2 weeks in, like if I were to put my 2 weeks in here, and I know that I'm gonna go like to Murphy, Sam, and Jody or whatever. How do y'all keep working with me? No, I would never.
I wouldn't even look up at you.
Exactly. How do you do that?
I'd say just this would be the break.
To that point, I heard some people earlier say, well, you did this with Brad Davis. Not really. Brad Davis was coming back. You kind of knew he was coming back. Like, Kelly was there. He was in the booth. Brad Davis was going to be his guy. Frank's out the door. Like, that's a little bit different.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yep, certainly is. And it is the perfect example of college football in the year of our Lord 2025 and what it's going to look like probably moving forward. All right, hour number 3, we've got our guy, Coach Matt McMahon, LSU basketball coach, joining us when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you want to play like the pros, you got to swing what the pros trust and the official bat of Major League Baseball. That is Marucci. From elite level bats to gloves, gear, apparel, we tell you all the time, Marucci sets the standard for baseball and softball performance. Their commitment to craftsmanship and innovation has made them the only choice and the top choice for athletes everywhere. So whether you're in the cage or under the lights, bring the best to the plate. Visit MarucciSports.com and step up your game with Marucci.
Yeah, go take some hacks. Go take some hacks. You get a little membership over there at the Hitter's House. Laundry, you did it last week. I think you said you still got it. So, hey, we all have this kids playing baseball. If you do, go take them, get them signed up, give them that membership, get any type of baseball gear that you can imagine. Man, look, Marucci, they were born right here, raised right here. #1 bat in the Major League Baseball. Go check them out. Get that membership. Go take some hacks.